Hey Facebook, how's everyone? I am super excited to be on a live again this Wednesday. Um, Before I get started, I'm going to check audio. Y'all know the routines, y'all know the house rules. Come in here respectful, be willing to learn. Everybody don't know everything, especially me. I don't know everything. I'm in the business of growing as I learn. And what I learn, I make sure I come on here and give it to you guys. I give you free game, and that's what I'm all about. I call myself the resource hub because I love giving people free game, giving people free resource, hipping people on to things that I wish I would have known if someone gave me free game or was willing to pour into me, but I had to learn the hard way. So that's why I do these lives so that you guys can tap into this knowledge. Sorry about that. My daughter phone for some reason is acting up and I am trying to check audio. If you are on here, can you please let me know? I'm gonna put the comments up and let me know if you can hear me loud and clearly. Okay, so I'm on here now. So if you can hear me loud and clearly, okay, so I'm on here now. All right, I'm going to share this on so my... if you can hear me loud and clearly, okay. All right, I'm going to share this on my... Okay, we're good. So hello everyone. If you are new here, welcome. I do these lives each and every Wednesday. I like to come on here and give you guys free game. Again, I said that I wish I would have known these things before I got into business, but it's okay. And I am super excited and super happy that I did tap into this information because I felt like God took me through the journey of learning so that I can be the coach for you and I can I can set you up properly so that you can be successful. So as you can see, the title this week is called The Money Game. Okay, so before I get into this week's class, I'm going to introduce myself for the ones that don't know me. My name is Latasha Shelton. I am the founder and CEO of Boss Life Global, where I help aspiring entrepreneurs transition from the 9-to-5 job and get into entrepreneurship. I tell people that I focus on three things: personal development, business development, and building a personal brand. So listen, I am starting to put new things on my business page. I feel like there are like a lot of entrepreneur want to be supported in many ways. And again, I told you guys I don't know everything. So if it's someone that I may know that may be able to be a coach for you or guide you in your industry, now I am starting to drop it on my business page. I am tagging people. I am bringing my network to you guys because I do have a network of people. And I feel like it'll be definitely beneficial for you guys. So if you're a hairstylist and you want to learn the hairstylist business, I do have connections to that. I do have connections to people that is in the beauty industry. I have people that's in the photographer industry. So if you guys are interested in really picking their brains, learning from them outside of just the black and white, because I'm giving you guys, a broad of knowledge, right? But again, it narrows down to you guys getting value and you guys getting properly set up in your industry. So I am super excited to be working on some things. I'm not going to really go too much in details on like some things that I have planned. But just know that as I do these lives and as I grow as a business owner, sometimes your business have to pivot a little bit, not pivoting into a different industry, but sometimes you have to work out the kinks in your business in order for you guys to see the bigger picture or be successful. And I think every time I come on here every single week, I talk about this subject. And as I'm talking about it, I'm literally doing it in real time for my business. So, but anyways, this topic is called the money game. And so this week's class, I want you guys to really take out your notebooks. I want you guys to start taking these notes down. I don't want to do too much talking. I want to do more reading and teaching more so than actually blathering on and, me talking to you guys. I want you guys to actually be in class today. Today, I decided to pull out my book called The Boss Blueprint, and this is my book, okay? And in this book is very valuable for you guys to have because I feel like if you're new on your journey, this book will literally navigate you for you to kind of see where you are currently. So, I wanted to pull the book out so I can read some things out of here. But before I get into the Boss Blueprint book, I want to ask you guys some things, and I want to lay some things on the table, okay? So, what if I told you that the money game has rules and most people are playing blind? Okay, I'm going to say that again. What if I told you the money game has rules and most of us are playing blind? So, I'm going to tell you a little bit of my story when it comes to learning a money game and why it's so important. So, I have had numerous of businesses, from trucking business to fairy godmother doula services to my current business, Boss Life Global. And I've made so many financial decisions, but all my financial decisions have not been the best because I didn't have the proper mentor or I didn't have financial literacy prior to me starting my business. So I made a lot of money mistakes. Um, and I didn't know the difference between an asset and a liability. I didn't understand budgeting. I didn't understand having a proper business model. I didn't understand being strategic in my business, right? Because most of these things aren't taught to us when it comes to entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is, I say, it's a 1%er game. So a lot of people are employees, and a lot of your peers around you, right? And at least I can speak for myself. A lot of my peers around me do have 9 to 5 mentalities, or they are not equipped to become entrepreneurs, so they're going to give you their perspective when it comes to money from a very from a 9 to 5 standpoint. So I was taking advice from people when it comes to money, and I realized that everybody's situation is different. And so I was playing this thing blind, so it led me to make a lot of financial decisions in my business. I had to sacrifice a lot, cut things out. I lost off my office in the midst of everything. I lost a home actually in the midst of making bad financial decisions in my business. Well, and then it cost me my livelihood. And so I just don't want you guys to get into this business and make these financial mistakes, because you need your home, right? I am a coach to help you properly transition from the 9 to 5 job. So I don't want you jumping into entrepreneurship and being lost and being blind and throwing money out there when it don't need to be thrown out there right away, right? We got to have a strategic plan so that you guys can have the best outcome. So money is a game with rules, players, winners, and loser. Okay. Money is a game with rules, players, winners, and losers. The problem, most people are taught to be employees and not wealth builders. A lot of people are being taught how to have an employee mindset and not be wealth builders, especially from an African American community. You can definitely vouch for this. We didn't come from much, right? Most of us didn't come from much. And so all we saw was mommy providing when daddy wasn't home, or we had a 2-parent household that was barely making it by. All we knew was beanies and weenies, and we weren't really taught the money game. We was taught to go to school, get a 9 to 5 job, and go from there. Okay, so it's not about working harder; it's about playing smarter. So I'm going to read a passage out of the Boss Blueprint, right? And I want to start with the power of the mind. And I think I already talk about this, and I've been talking about this throughout, my lives. But I actually want to read what I put in this book. Okay. See where I want to start at. So I'm gonna read The Power of the Mind, and I think I want to read this page. I want to find the most valuable page for you guys, but this is how it looks. Understanding the power of the mind. Okay, the power of the mind, because we feel like we understand the power of the mind, and everybody say, "Well, I got a good mindset," but let's really dive deep about the power of the mind. We talked about how most people are taught to be employees, and most of this stuff stems from our childhood and our family members, and they don't really break it down to us to where we can properly understand. All right, so understanding the power of the mind. In this chapter, we'll discuss the power of the mind. We'll discuss how having a healthy mind shapes your future. Together, let us embark on a transformative oasis, unlocking the doorways to understanding, optimizing, and harnessing the unparalleled potential of the mind. Okay, understanding the mind. The mind operates much like a computer. It can either be filled with bad information, a virus, or good and healthy information. It's a remarkable instrument capable of shaping your reality, influencing your emotions, orchestrating the connection that define your experience. The mind is a balanced realm, a nexus of creativity, problem solving, memory, and emotions. It has the power to transform the way you perceive and interact with the world around us. By feeding it healthy thoughts and ideas, we can unlock the true potential and live a more fulfilling life. Okay? So we're going to talk about the mind and how it's a power tool, okay? When a computer is overloaded with information, whether good or bad, it begins to move slow. And I feel like the reason why I wanted to highlight this part of it is because we need to learn how to clear out our doctrines belief when it comes to money, right? We need to be able to unlearn, to relearn, so that we can be better in our business. So you have to start with these steps first before you can really understand this money game. In order to clean the hard drive, what do? You go in and declutter it, right? Most of the time, we're getting rid of programs that slow down the device. Look at human brain just like a computer. You have to get rid of things that slows your device down, which is your body, or else it'll affect your momentum, your mindset. So I say close the tabs. Filter out things that doesn't serve you any purpose. So what happens when you leave too many tabs open? Did you know that sickness often starts in the mind? It begins with a single thought, which then manifests as a feeling, eventually becoming your reality. You might wonder, how is this possible? It's quite simple. Just like a computer needs regular maintenance to prevent viruses from crashing the systems, our mind need the same care. We allow negative thoughts and feelings to take root, and it can make us ill. Sickness manifests because we fail to clear out toxic programming for our mind, which cause us to have unrealistic beliefs. So I just want to leave there, and I wanted to talk about that part of understanding the power of the mind. And also, this goes on and on and on. This is a whole chapter talking about the mind, but I wanted to highlight that part when it comes to the mind being a computer, because the mind is a computer and you can program it with these beliefs. Because again, we say money has rules, players, and winners and losers. So which one are you? A winner, a loser, or a player? So we're gonna figure out what player are you, okay? So we're gonna go into avatars. Let's understand what a player is, and try to figure out what category do you fall in currently. Okay, so the earner. Are you the earner? The earner is trading time for money. The earner is trading time for money. Most earners, most of you guys are earners, right? You guys have 9 to 5 jobs and you are sacrificing your time and your family to chase money. Okay. So most of you guys probably will say, Tasha, I'm an earner. But let's dive a little deeper. Because everyone's not everyone, some people can be earners and some people can be earners and savers. The saver, living below your means, trying to save for inflation. So the saver is living under your means and trying to save for inflation. So is you the earner and the saver, or you're just the earner, okay? The investor, making money that works for them. Making money for what works for them. So are you the investor? Okay. Are you the wealth creator? Building assets, understanding leverage, and creating impact. Are you the builder? I'm sorry. Are you the creator? Do you build assets? Do you understand how to leverage? And do you create impact? Which one are you? Ask yourself, which one are you? So I want to go back into the Boss Blueprint, okay? And in this book, I have to where you can figure that out, because that's important for you to master this money game. This is important for you to be able to know who you are as an individual so you can take the proper steps so that you can start making better financial decisions, and you know where you stand and you know what you need to work on before you quit your 9 to 5 job. So this is the avatar in my book. This is you. If you're a woman, this is you. If you're a man, this is you, okay? And in this book, I show you the wheel of life. So I ask you, how satisfied are you in these areas? And in these areas, we have finances, family, friends, romance, career, your studies, your hobbies, and the list goes on, right? So I ask you, how comfortable are you in these areas? So I want you to create an avatar, right? With you currently. Are you the earner? Are you the saver, the investor, the wealth creator? Which one are you? Okay. And it'll walk you through step by step for you to create the avatar, your avatar. It also talks about what fears stop you from creating a dream. Sorry, I'm getting emails. It also talk about what fears do you have when it comes to creating your dream life? What skills are you lacking currently? What values guided you? What values guide you currently? So it's a list goes on. But why I wanted to show you the avatar is that sometimes we're not self-aware of ourselves and we don't know who we are. And so we walk through life not really understanding our direction. And so I put the avatar in the book so that you can actually see who you are currently so that we can start making proper changes. So that's why it's important to get the Boss Blueprint, because I feel like this book will definitely help you navigate those things. So going back to myself, I created an avatar, and during that time I wish I can go get my book about, matter of fact, I'm going to get my book so I can show you an example. I do my own stuff, so give me a second. Okay, so this is my other book, and this is my personal book. So maybe a year ago, I weren't in the place for me to be able to where I'm at currently. So it says, how do I feel? It says, how do I feel currently? I said, I feel like I doubt myself. Sometimes I get tired. Many times I get depressed. I don't feel heard. I feel lonely. I feel like I'm challenged. Excuse me. I feel like I'm happy at moments. And I feel like sometimes I feel accomplished. And I'm being very transparent with you guys because I'm sharing my personal stuff. But this is where I was a year ago. So I was able to identify where I'm falling short, and I needed to work on that. So I asked myself, why do you doubt yourself? Is it because you're worried about what other people have to say about you? Why do you feel like you care about what people say about you? So I had to go through all these things to really understand who I am, because again, it starts with the mind. When you have a clear mind, you can have a better money plan. So I needed to ask myself, well, we need to see why these things are coming up, right? We need to understand, why are you creating that? And most of the time we lack something in the area. So I need to see where my lack came from. So that's why I did my money wheel. So I'm like, okay, finances. Am I doing okay in finances? I wrote, I'm not where I want to be, but guess what? I need more discipline. So I'm like, okay, in order for me to have better finances, I need to figure out how I can create that for myself. How can I have a better mindset when it comes to finances? And most of the time I needed to get the information. I just went around the wheel and tried to figure out why certain things are happening in my life, who's pulling from what. And some of this was friendship. Friends want me out every single weekend, so I'm spending money. I'm not saving. I can't be the saver because I'm spending money. I'm in a relationship that don't serve me. I need to get out this relationship. I'm spending money and being guilty as a parent because I feel like I need to spend on my children. So when I identify those things, I cut back. I pull my energy back. And when I tell you that I'm a saver now and I'm able to save money, I'm able to save money because I identified it. Okay? So ask yourself, which one are you? The earner, the saver, the investor, the wealth creator. All right, so I want you guys to write this down. Rules you must understand. Rules you must understand when it comes to money. Rules you must understand when it comes to money. Sorry, give me a second, y'all. All right, so number one, you have to understand cash flow over income. Write that down. Cash flow over income. It's not what you make, it's what you keep and multiply. So it's not what you make, right? It's what you keep and what you multiply. So I feel like that falls under the investor. You make money, but you know how to invest in other things to flip it. Again, cash flow over everything. My thing is this: living above your means will cause poor cash flow. Number two, understanding assets versus liabilities. Assets versus liability. If it doesn't make money or grow in value, it's a liability. If it doesn't make money or grow, it is a liability. So ask yourself, do I have a liability? So a car is considered a liability unless you are using your vehicle to make money, such as if you're using it for like your business or whatever, you're using it for money to better improve your business. Okay, that would if you're not making money, if you're paying a car note and your car is not paying you back, that's a liability. Your home can be a liability. You have a home and you are paying mortgage, you're paying rent, it's not creating cash flow for you. You're not into real estate because real estate is considered an asset. You are making money from a home. But if you are pulling money out of your pocket to pay for a house that is not giving you a return, it is a liability. So write in each column all my assets and all my liability. Assets should be more than your liability. If you have more liability than asset, you need to start cutting out the liabilities, or you need to reevaluate what's going in your life. Going back to the Boss Blueprint, this will definitely show you where you fall short. liability and assets. It'll show you where you're falling short because now you're self-aware because you were able to do your avatar to know what you are dealing with currently, emotions. You're tapped into your feelings. You're tapped into who you are as a person right now. And then you turn around and figure out who you are by doing this. Then once you figure out doing this, then you can see what's serving me and what's no longer serving me, and you need to get rid of it. Most of the time it's liabilities. Okay. Number 3, leverage is the key. Leverage is the key. Time, money, systems, people. Leverage your time, leverage your money, leverage your systems, and leverage your people. Number 4, money loves clarity. Ooh, this is a powerful one. Money loves clarity. Money loves clarity. Let me talk about this. When you are clear on your vision and you're clear on your path, most of the time you are going to start bringing in more money because you are focused on your path. When you are clear on your path, you are not doing senseless spending. You are not spending on things that it does not align with where you're going. So creating a budget for yourself, tracking your income, direct your dollars with purpose. So budget, track, and direct your dollar with purpose. Budget, and track and direct your money with purpose. Okay. So number 5, financial freedom is a formula. Financial freedom is a formula. You have to master these things in order for you to have financial freedom. It is literally a formula to your life and your life purpose. Okay. We're going to talk about common money traps. Common money traps. Common money traps can be your lifestyle. Some people live above their means. Some people want to spend money because they want to keep up with their friends. Some people try to put on clothes and dress a certain way to entertain broke people. Lifestyle is an inflation. So if you, every time someone comes out with a new trend, you feel like you got to jump on that new trend, and you have to live up to societal norm. But it becomes a liability. It's taken away from you actually being able to create cash flow. So reevaluate your lifestyle. How are you living? Like, are you living as a minimalist, or are you trying to live a luxury lifestyle when you really don't have it right now? So that is a money trap. A lot of, this is another one. So I laughed, and there's nothing wrong with having expensive bags because I'm a girly. I love me a Louis Vuitton. I love me a Michael Kors. I love me a Coach bag. I love me some nice bags. I'm a bag and shoe girl. But it's so funny, right, that now China is coming out about how these big brands are buying, the purses from China, and they're shipping it over to France just to put a France logo, and then they're charging probably $5,000 to $10,000 more than what the bag was actually worth. Okay, and they're selling it to you, and so you become trapped into that. Oh, I need to live a certain lifestyle, and if I got a Louis Vuitton bag, this is what's making me. But you have been sold a lie. You have been sold a lie. And now a lot of the girlies are looking around and looking silly, like, I can't believe that I allowed this bed to validate me, and the joke was really on me. And a lot of people are pissed off about it, the joke being on you. So that's why I said, don't, everything that glitter isn't gold. Like, don't try to chase something and jump on trends or try to make material things validate you, because you are going to be in a loop. You're not going to be able to really create wealth and financial wealth for your family. Okay. So reevaluate your lifestyle and see what you are truly investing in. The girlies that bought $80,000 Birkin bags now can't even go and sell their Birkin bags back for $80,000 because everybody know the truth. So some people say, I'm investing in materialistic things, or I invest in these purses because it's going to give me a return. Yeah, that may be true, but then situations like this happen, right? And now you can't get a full return and you just pretty much wasted a lot of your money, right? So if you are making lifestyle choices, please make lifestyle choices that make sense. So for instance, if you are invest in real estate, that's a great lifestyle. If you want to live bougie and you want to get these homes and you want to put equity in this home, it makes sense, right? Okay, keep up, do it in that type of lifestyle, like real estate. I wouldn't say a vehicle because vehicles lose value. Real estate, the stock market, uh and the list goes on. I mean, there's a lot of other lifestyles that you can get yourself into that can be very trendy, or it fits societal norm, but it's still going to give you a return at the end of the day. Emotional spending. These are money traps. Emotional spending. I'm an emotional spender. I talked about that in a couple lives. I'm an emotional spender. Like when I feel like I am frustrated, you know how some people go and they spend money on alcohol and weed and drugs and stuff. I'm one of them type people that will go out and buy her a nice bag to make me feel good, or go out and take myself out to eat, or I'll just spend money. I might go to Family Dollars and get something for $2, $3, and I feel good. But it becomes a thing. And then I start to get addicted to emotional spending, and a lot of my money is going out the door. So you need to pay attention to these traps. That's why you need to be emotionally regulated and figure out how you can have a different outlet besides spending money, because you're just throwing your money away. Relying only on your 9-to-5 job is another trap. So I always say create multiple streams of income. 9-to-5 jobs can be great, but what else? Do you have a backup plan? Do you have a 401k? Are you investing in an ROA, or what's they call it? Or stock markets, right? What are you invested in? Are you invested in real estate? So that's another trap, relying on 9-to-5 jobs. COVID taught us that our jobs isn't promised and that they can shut the world down tomorrow. And it's like, now you don't have a plan B. You didn't save no money. You don't have a bank account. You got a whole bunch of liability, and now you're trapped. So now you can't feed your family. And then you say, I'm just going to give up on life, because you have been programmed to believe this is just the only way of life. Not investing due to fear or lack. So some people say, I'm not going to invest in this. I'm not going to invest in that. I'm not going to invest in that. And most of the time they don't want to invest in those things because they are very uneducated. And so that's what they're going to say. I don't want to invest in this. I don't want to invest in that. Yeah, you don't, because you lack knowledge. And most people don't want to take their money to spend on a mentor, a book, or whatever, because they want to stay in comfortability. A lot of people want to stay comfortable. So people stay in fear, and people think in lack. Okay. Let's talk about power moves to win. Let's talk about solutions to the problems that I'm putting out there. So write this down. Power moves for me to win. Power moves for me to win. And y'all, as I'm thinking about it, I lost my wallet yesterday. So I'm trying to do this live, and I'm in the back of my head teaching, and I'm like, I lost my damn wallet without my money in there. So as I'm teaching about money, I'm thinking about my wallet, and I'm like, y'all don't make these mistakes, because sometimes I can be irresponsible, and I'm being transparent. I could be irresponsible when it comes to keeping up with things, because I'm moving too fast. And I took my girls to the Reds game yesterday, and I feel like I knew where I lost the wallet, but it's just like, dang, like I really lost my wallet. Like, dang, like I can't find it nowhere in my house. So anyways, I'm gonna move on. Right power moves to win. Invest in financial educations, books, and mentors. Okay. So if you want education, jump on these lives every single Wednesday. Order the Boss Blueprint, jump in some of my courses. If it ain't me, go invest in somebody that's in your industry, or whatever industry you're interested in. But make sure you are getting the knowledge. Build multiple income streams. And I talked about that, building multiple income streams. So if you're a 9-to-5 worker, invest in some stocks. They don't have to be a lot. If you're playing a long-term game, put some money into some stocks. If you don't know about stocks, learn about stocks, right? Put your money in a trust. Put your money in real estate. You name it. Have a hustle. Have a side business. Okay, that's multiple streams of income. Create passive income for yourself. But that is something. I mean, that is something you need to do to win when it comes to money. Focus on ownership. I said stocks, business, and real estate. That's all I've been saying is stocks, business, and real estate. Automate savings and investments. We talked about that. Automate savings and investments. So making sure that whatever you invest in, make sure it makes sense. So make sure that I say invest in automation so you don't have to have employees. So if you want to learn anything about having your systems in place, please go back to my March live, and I talk about automation. I talk about investing in automation and how it can save your business or help you scale your business. So, oh, hey, Shauna. Hey. Another thing, build a wealth team. Get an accountant, an advisor, or a lawyer. Build a wealth team. But I always say start off small and then build from there. Like I'm my own accountant, but until you get there, accountant is very important to keep all your things in place, because when it comes down to you filing your quarterly taxes, or when it comes to you filing your business in general, you need to make sure that you have all your ducks in a row. Because let me tell you something, the IRS want their money and they not playing. So having your ducks in a row is very important, okay? Hey girl. See if my hearts work today. It worked on Facebook. There we go. And this is it. This is my closing. Money is a tool. When you master it, you create options. Okay, let me say that again. Money is a tool. When you master it, you create options. What's on? Let's see. What did I write? Okay, yeah. I can't read my own heart. But that's it for this week's live. Thank y'all for tapping in. I'm super excited to be talking about this topic. But if you haven't done so, make sure you guys order the Boss Blueprint. So everything I talked about today should be in this book, okay? It is $22 on Amazon. I have some in person, so if you want to purchase a book in person, I definitely have some books in person for you to purchase. Also, make sure you follow my business page, because I come on here every single Wednesdays and give you guys tips on things you can change within your business. I get your brain moving, right? We learning together. As I grow, you grow with me. So make sure you follow my business page. I feel like my business page is a resource hub. So if I can't help you with something, 9 times out of 10 is on my business page. So if you don't know my business page, go to Boss Life Global on Facebook. Make sure you follow me, give me a like, maybe share it with your coworkers, share it with your friends, because this is the season for you guys to start transitioning out of the 9-to-5 job and get into entrepreneurship. As we can see that these tariffs is going crazy. China done exposed America going down. So it's important for you to support your family. It's important for you to start making smart business investments, start making investments in yourself so that you don't get caught up in the trap. Okay, so make sure you follow my business page. I do try to put up other businesses on there. So like if someone is in your industry when it comes to the beauty industry, if they have grants, or the SBA is having they have, they're doing grants, I try to share that. I'm going to try to share a whole bunch of information so you guys can tap in and learn, because again, I told you guys that I don't know everything. And if someone can help you, most of the time I have the people behind me that I can send to you. Okay. But anywho, thank you. I'll see you guys next Wednesday at 11 a.m. And I'm about to go look for my wallet, because I am so mad. I had all my money in there. I had I had all my money in there. I had all my credit cards. I had all that. I had a great day yesterday, and then it turned out that this morning I don't even have a wallet, so I had to cancel all my cards. And so y'all wish me luck. Wish me luck. Hopefully ain't nobody stole all my money. But I woke up and I'm like, all right, I was so focused on getting this live together for you guys this morning. Because normally I do it the night before. But I woke up and I was like, all right, let me get this live ready for my people. And I didn't even think about my wallet. And as soon as I came on the live, I think I had like a transaction. Somebody did like a $54 transaction on my stuff. And I ain't even been able to like figure that part out. So I'm just like, wish me luck. But I had to still show up for you guys no matter what. But I am about to make some phone calls. Hopefully this live was very helpful for you guys. But again, I'll see you guys next week with another live. Peace out. See you later, IG.